All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we are going to talk about similar triangle shortcuts. This is how you prove triangles are similar, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have it just like your notebook. So you are going to actually put exactly what I write on the left side and then also put on the right side as well, okay? Now, we're going to do the definitions on the left and examples on the right. There are three ways that you could prove triangles are similar. Okay? The first way is by angle, angle. And basically, angle, angle similarity states the following. Two sets of angles that are congruent means that the triangles are similar. Okay? And let me give you an example. If I have these two triangles right here, these triangles right here, these are similar by AA. First of all, these two angles are congruent because they're both 100s. Then we also know, just from congruent triangles, these are vertical. So they're also congruent. So I have two angles of one triangle congruent to two angles of another triangle congruent. So this is angle, angle similarity. Okay? The second one is called side angle side similarity. And that is when two sets of sides are proportional to each other. Moved over to the one part. Basically, you know that means that the ratios are equal. And the included side, concluded angle, this is key, included angle is equal. So let me give you an example. Well, you notice that the two right angles are equal. Are you with me? Now we need to see the sides are proportional. Remember, you always put the small of one triangle to the smallest length side of the other triangle together. So that means 3 would go with 12, 3 over 12. And then you take the larger one of each triangle and put them together. Now, let's reduce this. If I reduce this, I am going to get 1/4, or if you put in your calculator, 0.25, 0.25. That means they are equal. Therefore, this is similar by side, angle, side. Okay? If one of them was 1.25 and the other one was 0.3, they're not equal. And this would be that these triangles are not similar. The third side, and you all probably are able to write this on the same page. I can't, so I'm going to switch pages. Is, oops, let me just, I'm going to put it on a blank sheet. It is side, side, side similarity, okay? And I'll put a line down the middle so you know where the crease is in your notebook. Basically, this one says 3 sets of sides are proportional. And we did this one in class. So, here's an example. Okay. Remember, I only have sides here, so I need to see if they're equal. So I need to put the smallest side of one triangle with the smallest side of the other triangle. So 7 is going to go with 35. And we did this in class on Friday. 9 is going to go with 45. And 12 will go with 60. Now, if I put them in my calculator, I am going to get 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. Because they are all equal, I can say side, 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 similarity. Okay? Now, let's go over a problem. Are you ready? Example, are these triangles similar? If so, let's state the reason and solve for x. Well, if you notice, I have two triangles here, okay? I have the smaller triangle, and I'm going to go ahead and rewrite that, redraw it into 2. There's an A here, and there's a 3. Then I have a larger triangle, okay? This is still A. What would this length be? If you notice, it's 30, and I don't know the height here. Okay, so I'm looking for the tree. With that being said, are these similar? Well, let's look. First of all, if you notice, they're both right triangles. Okay? And then if you also notice, they both have angle A. So that means that they are similar by angle similarity. You only have two angles. So therefore, it is similar by angle similarity. All right? We can't say side angle side because we do not know what the value of this x is yet. Now we can write the proportion and solve it. So 2 goes with x is equal to 3 over 30. When you cross multiply, you're going to get 3x equals 60. Divide by 3. X equals 20. Okay? So your answer for x is 20. Now, we're going to go over a few problems, then you're going to have your homework to turn in. First one. Now remember, to pause this at any time to draw the pictures. Are they similar? Well, first of all, I have, what am I given here? I'm given some sides, but they have x's on them. And I am giving some values, some angles. I have two angles in both triangles. So that means that they are similar by A similarity. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and set up my proportions. 2x, if you notice, is the short side of the smallest triangle. It's going to go over 21. And 40 is going to go over 11x plus 4. Now, that's all I want you to do, is be able to set up the equation. Okay? Now, let's try this one. If you notice here, this one has these little arrows, which means parallel. So when you're looking at parallel, we have some corresponding angles here. So this is also by AA similarity. Okay? Now, whenever you have parallel lines, you can always split this up, and you pretty much have your similarities sitting right here, only when they're parallel. So you could say 6 over x is equal to x minus 1 over 2x plus 4. And that's all we're going to do. We're not solving it for x here. Now, for the next one, I have congruent vertical angles. Now, we need to see if these sides are proportional. This side with this side, and this side. So let's look. 9 over 12 and 21 over 28. Now, 9 over 12 is 0.75. 21 over 28 is 0.75. So they are proportional. So I can say that these are similar by side angle side similarity. Now I can set up a proportion. I can say 9 over 12 is equal to 18 over 4x minus 4. Miss Nash, could I have used this? Could I have said 21 over 28 is equal to 18 over 4x minus 4? Absolutely. Both of those work. Okay? Now, if you notice, on the next side, you have two equilateral triangles. One is just bigger than the other. So this is side, side, side similarity. And the way that I could set this up is I could say 2x over 10x minus 10 is equal to 10 over 4. Okay? Now, what you are going to have to do is you are going to have to do these problems. No, they have nothing to do with the similarity, but it's going to be a review. All right? They are due as soon as you come into class on Monday. All right? Please write them on a separate sheet of paper to make sure that you do not rip it out your notebook. All right. Have a great weekend.